G'day, everyone. Welcome to the Does Talks Footy Day 1 draft reaction. The follow along. I hope you'll be able to join me for the majority of the evening. There are already comments flooding in, which I appreciate. And by the way, what a 24 hours we've had. Australia are World Cup champions. The Dolphins beat the Raiders. Admittedly, quite luckily, Jalen Ramsey, what a star he is. Pat Cummins, what a star he is. And Travis Head, speaking of building the man a statue, he might get one as well. But what a start it has been. We've got the one screen going here. I've got the screen below me as well. We don't want to be getting demonetized or anything like that. So we'll be reacting live. I'll be scouring through your comments. There's going to be plenty of time between picks as well, where we'll be able to talk things footy and non-footy related. We escalated into some food chat last night, which was extremely fun to be a part of, and we'll get into all that and so much more. Peter's here and ready to go. Welcome. Ready to go. We're back for another year. We sure are draft-wise, and I'm hoping this is going to be an absolute ripper. Most interesting, but I like the fact you've put difficult in there, Colin. I agree with you in a big way. It's going to be so difficult to predict the top 10, which is why I've really enjoyed sort of my mock draft strategy this year, which has been what I feel makes sense. And that's why I love how much fans have come to disagree a little bit over time, because we've all got such strong opinions and everyone's mail is different. And I think that makes for a really interesting draft night, even for day one, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait for us to freak out, react, all of these fun things. I do have, I think I said it before, but I've got KO going. So if your connection's a bit quicker than mine, awesome. My fingers are crossed that I'll be able to keep up, but it's going to be a fun night. Okay, here we go. I know it's unlikely, but as a Crows fan, I love how much the Crom fans have been getting around this draft period. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more, my friend. My goodness, this is going to be a fun night. I'm so waiting for this. James, I'm with you. I haven't been this excited for a Hawks pick in a while, let alone the others. My goodness. Plenty of new comments as well, guys. If I do miss you by accident, I do apologize. There's just going to be so much to get through. You know, there's already nearly 40 of us here so far. I'm hoping for those numbers to climb as the night begins. Okay, and as the night goes on. So I am going to miss some. I promise you it's not personal at all. Why are West Coast seemingly bent on selling what will probably be a top 3 pick for Curtin? Well, I think they're going to choose the development, the 12-month development now over waiting yet again. It's going to be a pretty midfield-heavy draft next year, especially at the top end, and no one's going to have access to what is seemingly the best kid so far in this draft hand, that being Levi Ashcroft, who's going to end up at Brisbane. So why not go get a piece of your spine now? Put him in at centre-half back to start his career, and it's not like they're going to need a whole lot of midfielders next year, considering they've got still Elliot Yeo, who I know is injured, but Tim Kelly, Harley Reid, Ruben Ginbey, Elijah Hewitt. They'll be rotating Noah Long through there. And even if they draft a guy like Archie Roberts, they could potentially get themselves a really good midfield group there, which is going to be pretty exciting for the Eagles fans. What's my opinion on Adelaide going for West Coast future first, a pick before Welsh? I'd imagine, yeah, I'd agree, but again, would depend on how Tyler goes. So I think Adelaide will be hoping that they could either split that pick, that West Coast pick, if it's, you know, if West Coast maybe it's about pick 4, maybe we'll see how Tyler goes, but looks a very good player. But they might do that for sure. I wouldn't mind it at all, depending on who's on the board, of course. Okay. Angelo, I appreciate the love, mate. Fellow Hawk, looking forward to seeing what happens. It's going to be very interesting, the Hawthorn pick, and I think a lot of Hawthorn fans will agree. And I think some North fans will agree with this as well, considering the machinations they've got around their early draft picks, is that if it's not the player we want, sort of like number 1 on our depth board, we're going to have an initial ping of disappointment, which is not what we want in the draft. Of course, about 60, reasonably 60 kids that are going to achieve their dreams, and they all deserve to succeed. I like this. Johnny, you have no idea how much I love some rhyming slang, I should say. And you're delivering beautifully. I'm actually thinking they're going Curtin. I want Zane Duursma. I've made no secret of that. I think Clarko, I don't think you spend 2.5 hours at a kid's house just to go, nah, we don't want him. And if they do want to trade back into the top 10, that would be interesting. Ash, I'm all for it if we can. If we can somehow get Watson and O'Sullivan in this draft, the Hawks, we're winning already. Add in Deer and Mccabe. Yep, we are spot on. Okay. So keep getting the comments flooding through, guys. We're still waiting. I was worried that I was jumping on a little bit too late, but no, evidently we are early. We are early. Con, I love that. I love that you are mature enough to just go any of these, and my initial will be excitement. We've got a Cat fan in the house. Welcome. Probably the first draft I've been super excited for in a while. And how good's that? That's what we love to see. The Cats, of course, will have two pretty early picks. Of course, one in the first round, one in the second. And Cal Toomey having Daniel Curtin or Nate Caddy around that mark, which would be interesting. Think Conor O'Sullivan's a live chance to partner Sam DeConey. So I'm looking forward to that on your behalf. Okay. I couldn't agree with you more, Colin. Yeah, I am pumped. There is no downside here tonight, and we obviously don't hope anyone is a bust, let alone the ones that end up in our club. Justin, you want to see some pick trades? Well, according to Cal Toomey, 4 of them are already done. I had them here through the power of television. Here are some I prepared earlier. Let's have a look. I did have it screenshotted. Don't turn away, guys. This is terrible from me. Where are you, Cal? Here we go. Melbourne's pick 42 going to St Kilda for a future third. They'll on-trade that 42 and 40 for Gold Coast pick 27. That's a win for the Saints, 3 in the top 30. You're guilty for them. Best drafters in the country the last 2 years, the Saints. If it can translate to on-field play, they're going to be in very nice shape in the future. The Suns sending pick 24 to Brisbane for a couple of their 30s picks. So Brisbane move up for the guy they really, really want, whoever that may be. And Freo landing Gold Coast's pick 38 for third rounders that'll help absorb some more points. I like that for Freo. I like that for Freo a lot. All those trades make sense to me. I wonder how much we're going to see it from the Crows next year with Welsh and Michael Annie. At what point would we not match a bid for Mccabe? I've never seen him above the 15th pick. Oh, well, I think single digits the Hawks can't really afford to, but that's not going to happen. Yeah. Pick 9. Someone bid on him at pick 9. I would struggle to see the Hawks matching it. Oh, actually, no, probably wouldn't, but excuse me, I don't think a club around that mark need him anyway, because you also got to remember, if the Hawks say no, the team that draft him get him. So Essendon don't need another guy who I think is a Jordan Ridley kind of type, because they've already got Jordan Ridley. Geelong definitely don't. The Giants don't really. I mean, they got James Leake there, who could be around that mark, so who knows? But I think the Hawks are going to end up with Wilbur pretty confidently. Yeah, got the trades coming through there. Who do I think will be the first trade? Those 4 are going to come through. So, but in terms of, we'll say after Harley Reid is selected, I'll answer your question that way. I think the first trade, I think the Giants might trade 7. For what? I'm not sure yet, or by who. I'm looking forward to seeing it in a big, big way. We got Dom here as well. Great man. Yeah, pick 14 after matching Adelaide's bid. I can definitely see that. That'll get pushed out a little bit as well. That's where I think I had it in my mock draft as well. I think they'd be silly not to. Bulldogs pick Nick Watson. It seems like they're set on Riley Sanders, and I don't blame them. Sanders is a star. Nick Watson might not get to the Bulldogs pick. Hawthorn might get him. So we'll see. But they're really high on Riley Sanders out there at the kennel. But I can see your point, Andrew, in a big way. All right. What else we got here? I think we can go as high as 9 for Mccabe. Yeah, I think so. I don't think it'll come to that. Is it possible that Adelaide trade up with their first next year and get 2 picks before Welsh and Michael Annie and get 4 first-rounders? My instincts say no, purely and simply because I don't think other clubs will go for it. All right, can we finally start getting some picks in? As much as I'm loving this, and I hope you guys are too. Any smoky mature ages? Oh, Sean Manor count as a mature ager, potentially? Not too many mature ages end up not on the rookie list, so we'll wait and see. 6 and D's future firsts for North's future first in 15. I don't know why North would do that. So they would end up with 2, 3, 6, 17, 18. And then next year, their first pick will be 20. Oh, no, they're D's future first, so it might be around the 14, 15 mark. So North's basically what we're asking is North's future first for pick 6. It's a good question. I don't think Melbourne would do that. I don't think they're looking to trade down. But Andrew Dillon's on the podium, which we love. Let's get this night started, shall we? Good question. Hopefully now. Are the Pies even going to pick tonight? Yes, they are. It's the entire first round. There's going to be about 28 selections tonight, or 27, depending on when Kaden Clear gets bid on. Potentially 29 if Will Graham gets bid on this early in the night. So it's going to be a long one, but I'm looking forward to it. Love him is my answer to this. Love him. Hearing Freo will trade 2 third rounders and a 4th for 38. Yeah, they absolutely will. It starts for sure. What pick for O'Sullivan? I think either Geelong, Essendon, or Adelaide around that 9, 10, 11 mark. That's a very good point and a very true point. I agree with you. About time. I'm with you. And we're still getting into the speeches. My goodness. As we hit the 50 mark. So thank you so much for jumping on for those that have. I appreciate it. Barry, I don't think there's any I think we can let the Mccabe dream go. But I'm with you. Zane Duursma in a Hawthorn jumper would be magnificent. I would walk up and give him the 23. I don't think I'd give it to Nick Watson. I don't think I'd give it to O'Sullivan. I don't think I'd give it to Curtin. But I think I'd nearly give it to Zane Duursma. Is that crazy? Potentially. Okay, we're still going through some speeches. Now, if it's really disrespectful if something's happening in these speeches that I'm not really listening, the volume here is so low because if I start listening intently, I'm going to go quiet, and that's not what we want. Yeah, Demon, I'm with you. I just kept up to date on Twitter with the NFL draft last year because my Dolphins had their first round pick stripped off them for some, pre-draft talks. They call it draft tampering, but pre-draft talks, we'll say. Here we go. They're on the clock. Geez, I wonder what they do here. There's a myriad of options. God, I hope Harley Reid's a good player for his own mental health more than anything else. I hope everyone's a good player. Is anyone cheering for busts? God, I hope not. My gosh, I hope not. Do I have any thoughts on Nate Caddy as a player? Yes, he needs to go to a club that doesn't see him as their best 1 or 2 forwards right now to start, which he wouldn't if he was at the Hawks. If we trade back from pick 4, yep, I think he's definitely a guy we would look at. Him and O'Sullivan, I think, would be the perfect pairing if we were able to get sort of the 6 and 11 from Melbourne, if that was possible. So I'm wondering why you've got all this time to prepare. I'm talking to West Coast here. Why is this still taking longer than a minute? No, James, don't do that to me. James, you're better than this. All right. You're better than this. Let's not do that. Duursma and Ginnivan, what a forward line. My man, Dylan Moore, Connor McDonald. Saw Marby or Charles pictures today. His arms are as thick as me. Not my arms, me in general. Here we go. The pick is in, and some draft pick trades have happened as well. I just want to hear him call out Harley Reid. I know you won't hear this where you're watching, but the first draft prediction being right would be good because I was a little bit nervous putting out my there's the 42 trade between Melbourne and St Kilda. Oh, you also might notice as well, guys, that if I'm looking down and squinting a little bit, it's because I've got a light above here and I don't have my glasses because it would look terrible for you. And yeah, my eyesight at the best of times, not that great. So I apologize. All right. Come on. Read it out. Am I a sycophant for doing this all the way through? I feel like I might be. Geez, big call, Peter. I wouldn't make him a bad player, just not an outstanding one. I mean, it is a good question. What is his pass mark, and is his pass mark enforced on him by the media and not his own or West Coast's expectations? That terrifies me, and I hope he's got the mental resilience to work with that. Yeah, they delay the picks so they can run more ads. Absolutely, they do. We know this. But whilst the draft trades, or the pick trades, I should say, come in as well, that'll delay that. It's incredible, isn't it, that the first round, so we know we're going to get 28 picks tonight, they'll go slowly, and then as soon as we kind of get to 35 tomorrow, so the first sort of 7 picks tomorrow, we'll start flying through. Crazy. Realistic place for Darcy Wilson. I don't think he gets to 20. I was astounded when I read that. Corey, I think Adelaide are a chance to pick him up. Oh, here we go. I'll come back to that. Who would have thought? Harley Reid is a West Coast Eagle. Amazing. Good luck, young man. Fantastic work. But the realistic place for Darcy Wilson, I think Adelaide are a fantastic option. I think St Kilda are a really good option as well. I know they're interested in Will Green a little bit. But realistically, I would say his draft pick will have a 1 in front of it. So whether that's 10 to 19. Who is the Bryce Young of this draft? The biggest bust, Teed. Oh, that's clever from you, Teed. Smithy won't like that, our man. He will not. I hope he's not on right at the moment. My goodness. We don't wish for busts out here, Teed. And your Swannies could be picking up Will Green, very athletic ruckman, who is going to be nice. The number 1 pick gets a medal now? That's interesting. Here we go. We're going to divulge into some NFL talk. Why not? Bryce Young getting too much hate, considering he's at a franchise that at this point doesn't really know what they're doing. I would agree. Yeah. Carolina is a dumpster fire. It is. And that's a bad way to talk about the town. The team's not that great either. And goodbye to anyone who's watching from Carolina. Nick Nat with Harley Reid there. That's awesome. How did we not do this? How is 2023 the first year that we're doing this? Extraordinary. So North at pick 2, the question is, do you bid on Jed Walter now? I say yes. Make Gold Coast pay. So we've got Harley's highlights here. I mean, that stiff arm. I mean, that was just Twitter's dream, I think. The Alan Aylett medal. There you go. Cool. I don't mind it. Yeah, Teague up the Swannies. Absolutely. 10 grand as well. Love that. Over in the West, it's pretty expensive to eat out in WA, restaurants and stuff, so that'll go down well. And then they can sit back and relax, the Eagles, now, and hope that Dan Curtin can slip to a place in which they can trade back in. 2 minutes 40 for the Kangaroos. Dom, the only reason I say I hope so is because my man crush on Zane Duursma is at frightening levels. Genuinely frightening levels. But a massive congratulations. Harley getting Nick Nat's number. Absolutely. How good does CJ Stroud look? Well, he's in the MVP conversation. But let's not rub it in. We love Smid here on Daz Talks Footy, and he's struggling already. His Blazers stink. The Panthers are worse. So let's go easy on the great man, I would have thought. Can you trade players for picks? No, you can't. T, to answer your question, you can only trade picks now. All the players that are on lists are locked in. All right, another trade in. So 46, 60, and 63 for 38. That works for both sides. Gold Coast get more points. So I'll spew if North don't pick Duursma. You don't want Curtin. Peter, please jump back in the comments. Please tell me why. That's interesting. Well, Killer, I'd probably agree with you, but I think Frank Reich needs to know. Frank Reich needs to know what he's doing. Something like 190 yards of offense. Getting the play calling back. My goodness. All right. What a well-spoken young man Harley Reid is. Geez, there are a few women in my life that I'd really like to take exception to the term that I can't multitask at the moment. All right, pick is in. North, just bid on Jed Walter. Surely you do. They can, but why would they? Because if Hawthorn said no, I'm not saying they've wasted the pick because he's going to be a good player, but he's not what they need. There you go. Colby Mccabe at 2. Don't know why you wouldn't pick on. I don't know why you wouldn't bid on Jed Walter there, but that's okay. Amazing. I love this guy. Teed 5 minutes, but it's not 5 minutes from like what they call the reaction, which is what used to happen. So there used to be you read it out, and then there'd be a little bit of a time, and then it would be like, okay, North Melbourne are now on the clock. As soon as the name's read out, it's 5 minutes. Colby Mccabe, what a player. 5 years' time. Could be the best in the draft. This young man. Me and Pommy from Pommy and Oz. Curtin isn't the key position defender that North needs. Also wasn't impressed with how he played in his 2 Waffle final games. The second part I can understand. He didn't have a great, especially that second final. He wasn't great in the second half. As a Roos fan, you're ecstatic. Colin, I'm so with you on that as well. Yeah, beast midfield soon. Well, you've pretty much got one now. I mean, North fans, because there's a couple of you here, can I ask you a question without me biting my head off? Could you trade Jai Simpkin at the end of next year? If you've got the midfield now that's young, I know it's Luke Davies-Uniacke plus under 21-year-olds, effectively. But could it be a good thing? I know he signed a 5-year deal not that long ago. But Sheasel, Wardlaw, I know Sheasel doesn't have to play at the centre bounce, but Mccabe eventually, do you bite the bullet now? I know, keep Jai around. I know that's a difficult question, but Kanga, we love all that. The worrying spot for North is the back line. It absolutely is. I couldn't agree more. North could be a force in 3 to 5 years, yeah. Oh, I didn't actually cop the criticism I thought I would for the Jai Simpkin call. Thanks, Corey. I'm glad we're on the same page there. A force. It'll be interesting. Another North and Hawthorn grand final down the road would be pretty cool. Not just for the Clarko Sam Mitchell storyline, but sort of visiting the 1970s rivalry. All right, so they're going to talk to Colby 2.5 minutes now for North. Surely they bid on Jed Walter now. Surely. Surely. Simpkin is limited and may have to move to half forward to get some game time. Well, then you look at your half forwards. Now, I know we give a lot to Jaden Stevenson, but he was your second highest goal kicker last year, which says a lot. I'm not suggesting that was necessarily a good thing. But you got Braden George who's got to come through. Potentially, if you've got Zane Duursma at this pick, or the next pick, because you're going to bid on him. All right. So you got Tom Powell, you got Charlie Lazaro, who's around as well. My goodness. The only regret I've got, James, is that me, my brother, and my dad all barrack for the same team, and Mum's Collingwood, so she's got the bragging rights at the moment. But I've seen 4 flags in 25 years, and she's seen 2 in 60. So I love you, Mum, but I'm still up on you. She's not watching at the moment, so she won't care that I've said that. And at her 60th birthday dinner, I said something to her that was so much worse, she nearly hit me with her handbag. So we're all good. Unless my old man's watching, in which case he's probably just told her. But shout out to Daz Senior, the great man. Still to this day. And this will get back to him. Yes, Sam Mitchell, I know Acker and all that. My old man is the best person I've seen kick on both feet. He was, Anyway, I should stop giving him dues. Yeah, Teed, I'm for it. The contract would have to be, in my opinion, you'd have to take on the current one. I could probably do a video on the machinations, but North's pick is in, so we'll come back to the questions in just a minute. I mean, surely this is going to be the Jed Walter bid. Yep, bid pending, so it's going to be on Jed Walter. Cool. I can come back to the comment section now. Peter, I appreciate that. That's fantastic. Roos have now been on Jed Walter. They sure have, which we love. And jeez, this guy. The Demon Badger himself. I just want a Carlton Collingwood grand final in my lifetime. It could reset our economy. Cost of living's out of control. Let's be honest. Inflation, killing us. But if those two mobs burn the entire city down, we might be able to restart from scratch. It would be feral. Teed, no. To put it bluntly. Hate it. I hate it for the entire draft, but geez, I really hate it for the first round. First round should be sacred, in my opinion. Yep, so the Gold Coast have matched. Who would have thought? You'd have people sitting on the MCG roof. You would. You'd have Icon Park. You'd have Victoria Park absolutely packed. Jed Walter is officially a Gold Coast son. He and Ben King. How many goals are those two going to kick between them next year? My goodness. What could North do now with 26 and 30? I think they're going to look to move up. Definitely look to move up for sure. Yeah. Maybe even use one of them. Could North double bid and push on Reid too? This is a great question, actually, and I am in favour of this because if Gold Coast for some reason said no, which they won't, but for some reason said no, North get the best ruckman in the draft. I actually don't see a lot of downside to this. I don't think they will, but there is a lot of me that says they should. That might be a very good point you make, Peter. I did not consider that. Good point. I like it. I like it. As a Hawthorn fan, I'm nervous now. Why am I nervous? I have no... Well, you'd argue that you shouldn't be nervous because there's no control over anything, but would a Suns-Giants grand final crash the AFL economy? They probably would. Oh, that would be interesting. Barry here about the rookie draft. The Hawks should pick up Sam Cloesy, a halfback flanker. We don't really need another halfback flanker, to be honest. He's a pretty composed player. I remember watching him. I'll tell you what, I was thinking about this actually. An opinion that I've got that is going to be so stupid that you'll probably hate it. But I'm looking at Jed Walter in the 25. Am I nuts for saying that there are certain jumper numbers that certain positions should never wear? Am I nuts for this? So I'm thinking if you're wearing in the 40 pluses, right, you should not be a tall forward. Now, if you're going to talk here and sit here and say, what about Brody Myercheck or Mason Cox? Brody Myercheck is not your 200 centimetre tall forward, and Mason Cox is a ruckman. So take them out of the equation here. But a tall forward wearing a number in the 40s doesn't make sense to me. I'm big on aesthetics and vibes when it comes to jumper numbers. My goodness. Sounds like a quarterback wearing 73. Absolutely it does. It really does. It's not right. I'm with you. Well, here we go. A few of you. Yeah, and it looks dumb. Lemon. I don't like it. You've proven my point beautifully, my friend. There's a few NFL fans in the house now. Which current active quarterback wears the highest number? Can someone let me know? Because I don't have the time to look it up. Lockie Gallant, number 44. Looks weird on him. It does. I hope he has a very long career, Lockie Gallant. But it doesn't work for me. Let's lower those numbers. Who's the best athlete to wear the number 23 in all sports? Oh, you're baiting me into a Jordan LeBron debate here, aren't you? Timmy O'Brien is going to be my answer. Timmy O. Joshy Dobbs getting some love off for the highest number. Yeah. Clearly, Anthony Rocker. Absolutely, he's up there. Justin, to answer your question, I think North take Curtin. I actually think the Hawks are going to get Zane Duursma. This is why I'm nervous. My love for Zane Duursma has been 12 months long. I'm worried his family's going to get a restraining order on me, to be honest. Con going with MJ. Can't say that I blame you. All right. We're at pick 4. North Melbourne, under a minute. I don't think they're entertaining trades. I think this is genuinely a decision for them. I think this is a genuine decision. And is it crazy for me to say it could have a big say on their future? It really could. Now, we don't have as many top 10 busts anymore. Not really. I know there are going to be some exceptions, guys. But in terms of strike rate, I feel like the last sort of 8 years compared to maybe the 8 before that, I feel like we're getting lesser and lesser in terms of the busts. So the pick is in for North. If you're a bit quicker than I am, don't spoil it for me. Here we go. Pick 4, North Melbourne. I think it's Duursma. Zane Duursma is a North Melbourne player. Congratulations to Zane. So North will be wanting to trade back up, you would think, after the Bulldogs pick, which would be nice. So Zane Duursma is a North Melbourne Football Club player, which means the Hawks here, I am reasonably sure now, are going to get Nick Watson, the Wizard. 70 goals in all competitions. He'll join Jack Ginnivan, Jack Gunston, Marbior Chol, Connor McDonald, Dylan Moore, Mitch Lewis, in what will hopefully be a very exciting forward line for the Hawks. Let's see if I can skip the footage here because I'm about a whole minute behind on KO, because KO wouldn't screw me over on purpose, would they? Of course they wouldn't. We love KO. Not a sponsor. Probably won't be now. Moving forward. Nah, James, you're all right. I didn't see it. So you're all good. If CJ's brother goes somewhere else, can we trade for him in 2 years' time? I mean, we can. Nothing's stopping us, I suppose. But I don't think he makes it to 40. I think he'll get snapped up in the 30s. What do we got here? Matt Spanger for the 23. Outstanding. Peter's happy, which we love. 34 goals, I think he kicked in the Talent League last year, Zane Duursma. And all these highlights are doing a wishing. Wishing he was in the brown and gold. My goodness. Kai, good to see you, my friend. The race for Curtin and O'Sullivan is on with the live trades for sure. But a lot happening here. The Hawks could trade back. The Hawks could take Watson. They could take Curtin. Again, if you see it before I do, don't spoil it for me if I'm 20 seconds behind. Teed 28, highly likely. So there's already 22 players in the first round because of compensation through free agency, and there is likely to be 6 bids tonight, of which we've already had one, Jed Walter. We're also going to get Ethan Reid, Jakey Rogers, Jordan Croft, Will Mccabe, and Kaden Clear, the last one to the Swans, which you'll be happy about. Another contested midfielder down there in the Harbour City. Did Tim O'Brien get delisted by the Bulldogs? He did. So best of luck to Timmy for what happens in the next part of his career. Whatever that may be, professionally, of course. I love how pumped Zane Duursma looks, by the way. I love it. Don't you just love like the passion? That's what we love. We love the passion. The Swannies are now at about pick 16, Teed, which will get pushed back to about 18-ish, because I think we're going to get Ethan Reid, Rogers, and Will McCabe's bids. Oh, sorry, just Ethan Reid and Jake Rogers beforehand. What do we got? Oh, I think the beach ball is trying to mess with me. North trading up for O'Sullivan would make you very happy. I'm not expecting it yet. Well, North trading up, I think, would be for Curtin, but O'Sullivan just makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. If North Melbourne come out of this draft, right, with Mccabe, Duursma, O'Sullivan, Lance Collard, and someone else, somehow, stuff day 2. They're winning. Yeah, 62 watching at the moment, which is amazing. Thank you so much for listening to just one idiot in his room just ranting about the draft. I really appreciate it, guys. The whole support you guys have had throughout this drafting period has been overwhelming. It's got to be honest. I've loved it. I hope you have too. We can, Barry, but it's going to be a long time before that Weddle pick. So where you think we traded with the Swans for pick about 18? From memory, I think if the Hawks were going to try and trade back in, it would be before pick 10 using our future first. But the pick is in for the Hawks. So let's read it out. No spoilers in the comments, please. Please, please, please. Collard would finish the 6. Yep, in a big way. How good does that sound, just quietly? Curtin or Watson? Here we go. Come the Hawks. Yeah, the Wizard! Woo! Yes, please. The Hawks saying the defense is a work in progress. We need to score. I'm okay with that. Bring on the Wizard. And he looks relieved too, which we love. The Wizard, welcome. Welcome, welcome to Nicky Watson. Oh, how good. How good. So he and Jack Ginnivan, I'll tell you what it does do. It really puts a rocket up Jack O'Sullivan and Joshy Bennett and these guys. It's going to be a fight for their career, considering the amount of blokes there are in front of them. But you'll be able to, the Wizard, absolutely. The Bulldogs here are going to take Riley Sanders. I would just about bet a nut on it, which is probably not what I should say, to be honest, because if this goes sideways, this has gone out to people. Oh, and Tucky's presenting the jumper. Yes, please. Oh, you'll be able to. He's also got his Legends jersey this year, has the great man. I think my favorite Michael Tuck stat, which is just how amazing it is. This is a midfielder who kicked over 300 goals. I think he kicked 320. Oh, that's nuts. Oh, 11 grand finals. Welcome home, Wizard. Welcome home. Future one for O'Sullivan. We should push. I agree, Abs. Good to see you. When are we getting the Wizard hat? Oh, I'll get one. I'll tell you what, round 1 when he kicks 4. No, I'm not going to put that expectation on him. More goodness. Geez, there's a call. Geez, we're getting some animosity in the room here. Come on, Top Fix. You're better than that. The Wiz is in tears. I mean, how good. This is what we love. We love passion. That's all that we're looking for. Oh, now this gets a little bit boring as well. Doesn't it? A little bit. And I'm only saying that because we're reasonably sure of what the Bulldogs are going to do. So it's of no offense to the doggies or anything like that. But it's kind of like, okay, we know this bit, and then it gets interesting from here on out. Now, the good news for the doggies is boring's not necessarily a bad thing. Riley Sanders is a freak. Absolute freak. So 2 minutes 40 for the doggies. Fingers crossed you can stick around for as long as you can tonight. I know we're already up to 40 minutes. And I know we've all got work tomorrow, or most of us will have work tomorrow. But we're going to enjoy this. Okay. Now, the Wizard is going to terrorise Backman. He sure is. I do wonder who at the Hawks is going to lay some tackles inside that forward 50. There's not too many of them that like it. Connor McDonald came on as a sub, I think, and laid 9 tackles in about 46 minutes of game time. I hope so. Godric? I hope so. Hang on. Nick Watson averaged 20 disposals and kicked 11 goals in 9 Coates League appearances. Holy shit. That'll do. Geez, I wonder if clubs get told that we're just going to run out the clock, because the Bulldogs taking this long makes no sense to me. No sense to me at all. All right. Guinea and Wiz going to be interesting for teams to match up on? Absolutely. And it will give Dylan Moore and Connor McDonald freedom to get up the ground as well. And to quote the great man Smithy, use the Hawk Highway. It would have to be the Giants pick, I agree. Or even the Ds. Might not look to trade back so much the Ds, depending on who's there. Well, the pick is in for the Doggies, but we're going to wait for Joey Montagna to stop. I don't mind Joey. I see a lot of people, not a massive fan of the Greek Wombat. I don't mind Joey. Here we go. Doggies. Riley Sanders. Boom. There we go. Top fix. It makes so much sense. It's so perfect that as a Hawthorn fan, I hate it. And that's why you should bid. That's why you should hope for it. Sometimes in life, you don't need to do what's best for you. You need to do what's worst for others. Just out of spite. And luckily for you, the Caddy to the Bombers thing fits both those needs. Thank God my job's not a life coach, eh? Holy shit. All right, the Ds. I would take Nate Caddy for the Ds. Windsor makes some sense. Curtin makes a lot of sense. Stephen May's not going to be around forever. James Leake does not make a lot of sense here in this spot. Unless they love him so much, which they absolutely could. I'm not denying that for a moment. Yeah, Hawks forward line's looking very potent at the moment, which we love. With 4 first-round academy bids, but no, something wrong with the academy draft regulations. No balance at all. I agree. I don't like the bidding system at the moment. I agree, Johnny, for sure. Well, John. Don't know if you like Johnny or not, but we'll go with John. I agree. Get it done now. Go get him. And North right now would be winning the draft, not just because they're the first team with multiple selections, but everything just makes sense. As we hit a high for viewership, 67 people are looking at the draft, going, you know what I need? I need to watch Daz right now. This is incredible. Yeah, Pommy's done beautifully so far. Can and should we trade our future first for O'Sullivan? Yep. Mark McKenzie loves him, and so do I. Alrighty. Still 3 minutes for the Ds. Do the Hawks give Nick Watson 23? I'm so confident that we're going to give Guinea 33 that I'm not even considering it, to be honest. But can you imagine, we rock up next year as Hawthorn fans. We've got our number 19 home and host. We've got the number 2 in Mitch Lewis. We've got 23 and 33 in the forward line. We've still got 22 with Punky. Oh, please. Ridiculous. My goodness. Alrighty. Watson 44. So Henry Huswaite would be getting an upgrade, which I don't mind. I love the double H. Geez, I was partying when we got him. Holy smokes. Should be single digit. I think it just suits him better. We don't have a single digit to give him, Abs, unfortunately, considering we got Morrison, Lewis, Newcomb, Impey, Warple, Sicily, Ned Reeves, Sam Frost, and CJ. Going to be difficult. And Carl Amon's 10. What is the first number that the Hawks don't have? Connor Nash, Will Day, Dylan Moore, Jack Scrimshaw, Blake Hardwick, 16. Lockie Bramble's old number. There you go. James definitely could. I don't mind that as a little transition piece. You've tickled my intellectual interest there. Who wins in a punch-on in news? Well, it's Bazza, please. We love Michael Clark. No zero. No zeros in the AFL. I don't even like it in the NFL, to be honest. I'd like to say I don't like it in the NBA, but have you seen what's behind me? No, I wouldn't suspect you would say that for my benefit, Peter, but I'll accept it. Watson should play early. I think Nick Watson's got. I think when you take a pick this high, I think you've just got to play him round one. Just see what he's got. All right, D's. Let's go. Nate Caddy or a trade, or Daniel Curtin. They did go Windsor. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm down, but the mail that I had is that they'd softened on him a little bit. Good on you, young man. Midfielder hits the scoreboard. Uber clever. Oof. Uber clever. I think that would be perfect for the Saints, to be honest. They are definitely interested in Will Green, which is interesting, getting ahead of Sydney. But yes, Jason Tatum is the jersey behind me, with, of course, Cyril next to him. Alrighty. I don't like the fact that Caleb Windsor is a bolter. Like, is he? Is he? My goodness. West Coast are going to get Curtin. Hell no. We'll see. We'll see. If the Giants do take this pick, I don't think they take Curtin. This is going to be interesting, what the Giants do here. Alrighty. He is elite by foot. The real wizard so far has been Cal Toomey. Absolutely. He's all over it, the great man. He really is. And we love that for him. Yeah, curious to see what happens here. I am as well. Curious to see who the Cats take. I think they'll be kind of tossing up between Nate Caddy, Daniel Curtin, maybe even Conor O'Sullivan at this point. If I'm an Adelaide fan right now, Conor O'Sullivan is looking very real. I think you should be excited about this. Conor O'Sullivan to the Crows right now is looking very real, which is frightening. Yeah, Colin, I agree. Let's, if North are going to do it now. West Coast could end up with the two best players in the draft. They absolutely could. Whereas in North, Adelaide will have Giants pick now. Interesting. Okay. When will the Crows trade? They may not. They may not. Adelaide getting 8. Does that come through? How far behind am I? No, I'm only 12 seconds behind. I think that might be guesses. Alan, I hope so. The amount of receipts I've got from Essendon fans who hate me for this. Hopefully. Oh, here we go. Adelaide have got pick 8. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So the Crows. I like it. Trying to keep an eye on 3 screens at once is a little bit difficult, but I'm hoping. How Melbourne looking right now? Pretty damn happy. Lily, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in the comments. Yeah, they would be pretty happy. They've got their man. All right. Let's see. What do the Crows do here? I've not heard one Curtin Adelaide thing. So that's interesting. So they take Darcy Wilson, Nate Caddy. I haven't had word come through yet, Peter. But I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Lily, to answer your question, you got Caleb Windsor. There we go. GWS traded 8 and 17 for 11, 15 and a future second. Geez, that's a win for the Crows. Holy shit. I mean, both teams win that, but wow. What a trade. Holy crap. 2 teams can win out of 1 trade. That's extraordinary. Here we go. I mean, it probably is Daniel Curtin, which is extraordinary. Elect. Curtin is a Crow. That is amazing. Wow. Oh, I love it. I love it. What happened? Geelong? What the hell did Geelong do? Like, it needs to be Nate Caddy here, surely. I love this. How good. Stuff it. How good's the draft? Who? No one's mock drafts right at the moment, and it's so good. I think Geelong just need to read out Nate Caddy's name. Simply put, they need to read out Nate Caddy's name. My goodness. I'm so pumped. Hawks might trade here for pick 11. If O'Sullivan's still there, I agree. I'd almost do it now. I don't. How did Geelong and Essendon ignore him? Does it really go Caddy Wilson? I mean, it could. I'd find it extraordinary. Yeah, the Hawks have got a chance for O'Sullivan. We're in play. Oh, I don't know. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do in terms of a draft review once the draft is over. But I'm very happy. I'm happy for everyone at the moment. Nothing. I mean, I doubt I'm going to find a pick that I hate. Who could the Giants take with 11 and 15? That's a very good question. I think if Darcy Wilson's still around, absolutely would be in play for the Giants. There you go. Daniel Curtin didn't even know Adelaide were into him. How bloody good is this? Oh, what a player. Geelong will take Caddy. I think they will. I think they should. We got some new comments coming in, flooding in. Giants targeting Leake, potentially. Yeah, don't mind that. Reid bid incoming, of course. New York would love to. Teed. Daniel Curtin just going, yeah, just pride myself after Pav, just the best Freo player. I love that. I love that. Did the Crows do well here? Yeah, both clubs did well. They moved up 3 spots, moved down 2 spots, and gave up a future second. They're probably going to be a good team next year anyway, even if they finish 8th. Like, what have they given up there? Pick 28. 11, 15, and 28 for 8 and 17. That's a win. That's a win for both teams. Curtin strengths, his athleticism for sure. His versatility. Excuse me. The positional output might scare some people. The problem that they've got there is that he played so much all over the ground. Adelaide will be able to mold him into what they need. Will he play key defender? Could Adelaide use him as a mid? 196 centimeters, hasn't stopped growing. Thoughts on Colshadir? Yeah, I like him. Got good hands, very raw. Probably not ready for senior footy for a while, but something to build with the Hawks for sure. Absolutely. So the Cats here, Nate Caddy just needs to be the man. Has to be the man. Doesn't he? This is why I don't like the break. Adelaide having both Dawson and Curtin is frightening. It absolutely is. I mean, I'm loving the. I'm just loving what the Crows are doing at the moment. The pick is in for the Cats. You'd think it'd be the Ethan Reid bid here. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Yep, the Ethan bid. The Ethan bid? I nearly said the Ethan bid Reid. The Ethan Reid bid. So he'll become a Gold Coast Sun. So they'll pick up 49 for 34, 38, 40 and Ethan Reid. So, welcome. This ruck draft class could be, just could be the best I've seen in one draft. Reid, Edwards, Goad, Will Green, Visentini as well. Good players. Very good players. I think we're all sort of content with the Cats taking Nate Caddy here. I would agree. Hardman now, don't mind that. Wouldn't mind Harry DeMattia to the Crows either. Killer got who you wanted, which we like. So the pick's in for the Suns. I'm going to kind of ignore that a little bit. Godric got a feeling Geelong will take O'Sullivan. Would not surprise me in the slightest. Andrew Mackie and Stephen Wells doing what they do. I have DeMattia in Adelaide in my mock draft. Beautiful, abs. Look at us go on the same page. Zach Kostelski or Ollie Murphy. Yeah, don't mind that killer at all. Do not mind that at all. Lemon, NBA, the Boston Celtics as behind me. NFL, the Miami Dolphins. The APL, I don't follow it anywhere near as much as I did 5 years ago, but I'm a Chelsea fan and I know we're shit, so you don't need to give me crap for it. The NHL, I don't really watch until it gets to the playoffs, but I like the Canucks. I think that's about it in terms of sports. Aussie cricket team, of course. Love me cricket. I love my test cricket. White ball cricket's starting to really drop down my list of priorities. The Hawks, Gold Coast making all the bids mean the draft picks. The Hawks have got 44, 47, etc. And now further up the draft, Will Mccabe is getting cheaper every time. He absolutely is, which we love. And it wouldn't surprise me now if the Hawks try something if the Cats don't take O'Sullivan. Gold Coast, Geelong at this point, overtaking Essendon in terms of sticklers when it comes to trades and such. Wouldn't surprise me if they wanted prime Jason Dunstall for this pick, let alone what we could offer. So Ethan Reid's going to have a chat. I don't understand why Geelong get 5 minutes to make a bid and then 5 minutes to make a selection. And I'm not saying it because it's Geelong. This isn't a Hawthorn-Geelong thing. But if you make a bid, give them half the time, 2.5 minutes. Figure your shit out. You know Gold Coast were going to match, for crying out loud. Ethan Reid, the unicorn. Geez, I'm enjoying Boston's unicorn at the moment. Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Himzingas. Holy smokes. Yes, please. Although I'm having a bit of a toxic relationship with the basketball at the moment because I have the greatest 0-4 team in fantasy you've ever seen. If I can remember off the top of my head, Steph, Trey, Jason Tatum, Julius Randle, and Victor Wembanyama. And my flex options include James Harden, Chris Paul, Yusuf Nurkic. Trying to think. John Collins, I think I've got as well from Utah. But as a starting five, haven't won a game yet. Extraordinary. Also, here we go. The Bombers have traded up 11 and 31 for pick 10. I think they're taking Nate Caddy. Yeah, Bombers want Caddy. Geelong are going to take Conor O'Sullivan. And this is why I shouldn't talk about things. That's what's going to happen. Surely. I love it for the Bombers. As a Hawthorn man, I hate it, but that's how you know it's a good pick. Nate Caddy. Wow. Well done. Well done, Essendon. Love this. Just pick 31 to move down a spot from the Cats is interesting. I wonder why they didn't go maybe a future asset for next year. So they've got like 27 at this point now, I think. Pie or hot dog at the footy? I'm a hot dog man. Let's have a look. The Bombers. Nate Caddy. Boom! Well done, Essendon. Well done, Nate Caddy. Love this. And Essendon fans, you can give me shit now for not taking Conor O'Sullivan. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. I can cop it. That's fine. Melbourne didn't take him. So that's good. Well done. Bombers fans are flying at the moment. Geelong have got 15 minutes to pick Conor O'Sullivan. I agree. Or they could go Darcy Wilson here, and then Hawthorn would be absolutely screaming through their iPhones to trade with the Giants. Why do I feel like Geelong made the wrong choice? Well, it only depends on who they take here. I think Darcy Wilson's definitely in play. I think it's Darcy Wilson or it's Conor O'Sullivan. And personally, if they take O'Sullivan and the Giants take James Leake, then Melbourne are in a pretty sticky situation here. They need James Leake to slip to their pick. They need to almost hope that Geelong take O'Sullivan and the Giants take Darcy Wilson. And then Melbourne can come out of this first round with Caleb Windsor and James Leake. That is a huge tick. Killer, so 10 and 11 was swapped and Geelong pick up pick 31 as well. Top fix, one of your dreams came true. Happy for you, my friend. Yeah, not well, but they never do. That's all right. Yeah, have to admit this is me. Mate, we are 10 picks in, and I'm feeling like a fat kid looking at a pie at the moment. Holy, I'm allowed to say that. I was a fat kid, so it's fine. And, well, let's be honest, still am in some ways. He's got the bleached hair. Him and Matt Guelphy right now are going to be absolute best mates with the bleached hair. I like it. If the Cats get O'Sullivan, I've missed that comment. If the Cats get O'Sullivan, do the Hawks still trade up? No. I don't think so. I don't understand the point. What are we all drinking? I've got Pepsi Max. Peter? Lemon grab bleach. If that's answering the drinking question, that's outstanding. All right. I've never been more invested in anything Geelong in my life than I am right now. Darcy Wilson or Conor O'Sullivan. These will go Colton Folstrop. They absolutely are Folstrop. They absolutely can as well. Didn't take him into consideration. The Western Australian. I wonder why they would, considering they got Windsor, who I know is more of a midfielder than a forward. I understand that. But we'll see. We'll wait and see. Up and over the 70s again. Thank you guys for joining us. We're an hour in. And we're not even halfway through yet. So thanks for sticking with me if you have for as long as you have. And fingers crossed we can get some more craziness in. Come on, Teed. We know it's all fancy. The big lemon himself's not drinking bleach, or I hope not. I hope not. Watson jumper number should be 33. Disagree. Give it to Guinea. It's what he wore at Collingwood. Makes sense, but there is a real chance we're going to have 19, 23, and 33 in our forward line. Could be going till 10 p.m. at this rate, Corey. Well, I might. So if you can stick around, by all means. Really hoping the Hawks get O'Sullivan. Yes, I do too. I'm not a religious man until it comes to sport. I really am. I don't mind this at all. Pick is in for the Catters. Now, this is where I avoid the comments because I don't want spoilers because I might be a few seconds behind. Here we go. It's going to be Conor O'Sullivan, isn't it? Darcy Wilson. Damn. That shouldn't be my... You guys like that I'm unbiased. Shit. Oh. I mean, they wouldn't drop Boo. Geelong fans, I hope you're taking this as the compliment that it's deserved because he's a gun. Hawthorn fans are shattered. That should give you joy. So, GWS. Falstrop. Leake. Darcy Wilson. Plenty of options. Sydney St Kilda's 14 and 15 picks are going to be interesting. Wow. Good luck, Connor. Hope you play well for 20 games of the year. The other 2 being against the Hawks. Wow. What a star. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. Love is love. I love love. Stop saying love, Reese. All right. Giants take Leake, I guess. I mean, yeah. Like, but Darcy Wilson wouldn't surprise me. Falstrop wouldn't surprise me. Like, their defense was great last year. Lemon's waiting for the Dockers. If they get into the first round. Oh, Dom. What's Ollie Murphy like v Conor O'Sullivan? Well, the concern now with Ollie was how he tested the combine, depending on how much you take that into account. I think O'Sullivan's more ready now, and he's potentially a better back shoulder player than Ollie Murphy. I think Conor O'Sullivan could be your best key defender. I think Ollie Murphy might be your number 2, for whatever that's worth. Modeling your game after Sam Taylor's something to do. Speaking of what should happen, if the Hawks don't get their centre half back here, I'd be throwing a blank check at him. Sam Taylor, I'd pay him $2 million to play at Hawthorn. It's not my money, but I'd pay him $2 million. Does Geelong taking O'Sullivan make you hate Geelong more now? Nah. Is that possible? No. No, it's all right. That's okay. You brush it off. You move on. Can you tell I'm fine? Godric, yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but the club could say no. And by the club, I mean Geelong. Lemon, sorry, I've just skipped Lemon here. Let me come back to you. Alan, I think it was. Giants to get both Leake and Wilson. I mean, if they do that, jeepers. Tell you what, we're keeping consistent number, guys. Thank you for sticking around as long as you have. It's extraordinary. I've new drinking game. Drink every time I say thank you. It's going to happen a lot tonight. Imagine if Murphy slides to 31. I don't think he will. The Cats end up with SDK, Cos, and Murphy. I don't think they'll do that. They've still got Collar Jasny, Jack Henry, and these guys, considering they've got their key defender. I think they're going to look at some guys forward of the footy and a midfielder. I'll tell you the guy who I reckon Geelong are looking for at that for their next pick spot, and that is George Stevens. I know they've got Brandon Parfitt as their contested mid, but give me a guy who's 190 centimetres plus and a bull, put him alongside Jai Clark, Max Holmes on a wing or an outside mid. That's pretty frightening. If Conor O'Sullivan and George Stevens both end up at Geelong, we might learn some new words tonight, people. Is Crow 17 last pick of the draft? No! Not even the last pick of their draft. But we're going to get 28 picks tonight. But Giants pick 12 is in. I think it's James Leake. That's my guess. Darcy Wilson is a second. Whoa! Phoenix Gothard at pick 12. And they are going bunter. Everyone's mock draft is now fucked. Everyone's. Yeah, good. Oh, this is chaos. This is 12 picks of absolute chaos. No wonder you're sticking around. How good is this? Holy shit. What? Wow. How is no one talking about this yet? Or am I just skipping it? There we go. There we go. We're here now. Yeah. What the hell? Please tell me his nickname of the Giants is going to be Joaquin. Like, it has to be, right? Or Forks, if you want to go down the Harry Potter road. I'm loving this. How good? How good is the draft? Oh, this is brilliant. Brilliant. Wow. Darcy Wilson. Darcy Wilson is North. I mean, Darcy Wilson ends up at North. Oh, that's astounding. I mean, Melbourne just have to take Leake here, don't they? Or Falstrup. They went best name available. Love it. That's outstanding. Wow. Yeah, this is the best draft I've ever witnessed. Absolutely. This is amazing. All right, the D's pick very quick. James Leake, surely. Although, what the hell do I know? Oh, there we go. Colton. I like it. Picking scoring over defending. Well done, Melbourne. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. The Giants could be targeting Leake here with their second selection. Should be nice. North isn't involved. Love a lot of left field picks. So do I. I had Gothard to Freo at 32. I don't even remember where I had Gothard in mine. If Wilson does reach North, I mean, how do you refuse him? Yeah, the Hawks backline's looking thin, but that's all right. We'll focus on scoring at the moment. If you're going to lose by 5 goals, lose 120 to 90, not 90 to 60. Don't count out the D's taking Leake as well. I mean, they'd have to trade up, wouldn't they? Have they taken... No, they took Windsor, first of all. Yep, RIP everyone's mock drafts, I agree. Yeah, can't see James Leake going to the Swans either. Yep, Melbourne taking their boy up forward for sure. Wow, my social media is going absolutely bloody crazy. I've got North mates of mine that for some reason aren't watching me at the moment, but my goodness. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. I mean, I've watched him live a few times and loved him, but I'll tell you what we are seeing in this draft now is we kind of got to the top 5. Well, after Hawthorn with Watson, teams are taking need over potential. And I love that. I love that. Yep, agree. 10 years, 20 mil. I'd do it. Swannies have got their pick in already. Is this going to be a bid for Jakey Rogers? Potentially. The pick is in for the Swannies. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to wait for it. Sean getting Chol, Gunners, Guinea and Watson, Hawthorn want goals. Absolutely we do. All right. Now, if anyone's going to really screw us over here, it's going to be the Swans. As in, what the hell are they going to do? Aren't they? Oh, the bid for Jake Rogers. Who would have thought? Sydney make a bid. Oh. So we still got Jordan Croft, Will Mccabe. Still potentially got Caden Cleary and Will Graham. Kinnear will do back-to-back bids, probably. I think Carlton did 3 in a row one year, didn't they? Tom Green, Liam Henry. And if anyone can name the other one, I don't have a prize for you, but you can be my favourite for the next sort of 10 minutes here. Or Rogers and Croft. Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be interesting, the Swannies here. Interesting Will Green. They've already got Brodie Grundy, of course, but the development behind him would be crucial. Oh, well, I already know Gold Coast are matching, so that's, yeah. I don't know why I had to stop there, guys. Still maintaining numbers, which we love. Do the Swans bid on Mccabe just to shit the Hawks? Probably. Probably. Does anyone know who the other bid was that the Blues did? Liam Henry, Tom Green. Does anyone remember who was in the middle there? Yeah, they did. I remember that strongly. And then Hawthorn handed Hawthorn Josh Weddle, so we love that for them. I don't want to Google it because it'll look terrible. It wasn't a third bid. They traded out and Gold Coast got Flanders. Oh, there you go. Love that. And then the Hawks got Will Day with the next pick. Thank you, Alan. No wonder I couldn't think of it. Hard to think of it if it doesn't exist. Boy, my Twitter's going nuts, which I love. Which, if you're not following me on Twitter, you probably should. At RaceNight8. RHYSKNIGHT. Do the Swans bid on Rogers, Croft, Mccabe, and then trade? I mean, they might, but Will Green's still looking tasty for them. And look, would they turn away Jake Rogers, Jordan Croft, or Will Mccabe if one of those clubs said no? Absolutely, they wouldn't. So why wouldn't you do it? We give them, look, let's be honest, we give them shit about it, but we shouldn't. It's what you should do. I like Jakey Rogers playing games at Gold Coast next year. Alrighty. Swannies. Yep, Sam Flanders it was, absolutely. What a great back end of the year he had last year. Old Ned. Well, we're halfway through. So we're halfway through, guys, and I don't think we're going to take another hour and 17 minutes. Yep. Yeah, good, Zach Grittier. I'm so happy for you, my friend. How bloody good. Oh, mate, what a draft this has been. I love it. Love everything that's happening. Dan Curtin to the Crows. Could be my favourite moment of this draft so far. I don't think that it would be worth a video, but my goodness, that could be it. Alrighty. Jeez, I've even got people on Snapchat going, are you watching this? Yes. Why aren't you? Is that too rude to say? Do you reckon I can give shit to my mates about that? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Jacob. I'm all right. I'm not that annoyed that we didn't trade up because we don't know whether we did it or the Hawks could have rung up and the other club could have said no. So I feel like you can't, whether you're Hawthorn or what another club, you can't go, we got to fail because we didn't trade up. I think that's ridiculous. Top fix, sorry. I agree with you. I don't think anyone's disappointed so far. I mean, not that you would be, but I don't think there's fans at home that support any club that right now are going, none, zero, which 14 picks in is pretty extraordinary. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell you what else is extraordinary. I need a new chair. That might be on the Christmas list. All right. Is it just me, or is this Sydney thing felt like it's taken 3.5 years off your life? I swear to God, if Sydney trade this pick, I will lose my shit. Seriously. With 40 seconds to go, this can't be a bid at this point. We should riot. Colin, love that you're happy. Stoked for you, mate. West Coast fans would be thrilled with Collard. I agree. Could be a bit of a flight risk. Hope we're hearing. Hope they need to bid again. I need to leak. Don't mind that. What in the world is Sydney doing? It's a great question. They're probably looking at trading back. Let's have a look at who's left on the board. Charlie Edwards flying up the board there. James Leake. Doesn't really suit the Swannies, I don't think. Picky's in. Well, it's not a trade then. Let's see. I don't even know who to pick here at this point. Will Green. It's the best I've got. How bloody exciting is that? Jake Kelly going to Guinea, probably. Yes, please. Ben Mccabe v. Mitch Lewis. Parrish v. Newcomb. Jeez, can footy start tomorrow? Is that all right? Oh, my God. Can we hurry up with this Sydney pick? And they bid on Jordan Croft. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh. Please don't unsubscribe because you don't like me swearing. I apologise. I try so hard. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Why would they wait 5 minutes and then do it? Just do it. Outstanding. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, had this in your mock. Can't say that I blame you. The Bulldogs match, which we love. Well done, Jordan. Geez, they were playing with 3 talls last year for like 2.5 weeks, the doggies. What are they going to be like with 4? My goodness. If the Swans take 5 more minutes and then bid on Will Mccabe, I think we're going to learn some new words. Oh, Lindsay, one of my absolute favourites, Lindsay Gilby, and would genuinely rate as one of the nicest players I've met through my work at AFL Victoria as a volunteer with the Auskick program. So you'll see in the Auskick kids running around. So the volunteers that put that together, I was one of them. Very early days as about a 13-year-old kid telling adults what to do. You don't think I learned what swear words were back then? Holy moly. But yeah, some players were very nice. Some players were not. Lindsay Gilby, one of the best. Again, I can only speak for my experience, but he was one of the best. Sydney public enemy number 1, just not for the bids, but for the time. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. Want to see the next North pick? Yep, I can't say that I blame you. I'm pumped for you to see what they do here. Jamara to the Pies, I don't think he's leaving anywhere. Sydney will bid on Mccabe, probably. Bullies are very tall. Yep. Bulldogs must know Jamara's going to the Hawks next year. That'd be handy. As your centre half forward roaming style player. I would rather Sam Taylor at the Hawks next year. A couple of me Collingwood mates are getting getting a little bit impatient. Like what this kid's got. Like what he's got to offer. Moves beautifully. Geez, that's a nice kick. I mean, they wouldn't show low lights, would they? They're probably not showing his turnovers. But again, the Swans, they're already 2 minutes in. Why? Why? I've got a story about Lindsay. I'm not sure if I should share it, though. Anyway. Moving on. We shouldn't really judge people off one impression, should we? I don't think so. Sydney have taken longer than David Warner's batting effort last night. I like that. Who is the Suns' best pick of the 3? Walter. Best player. Ethan Reid, I think, could catch him. But I don't mind Jakey Rogers either. All right. I think I might move this mic back a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's better, guys. Peter Taylor share. The former North Melbourne player and current assistant coach and former interim coach, Lee Adams, who's also infamous as the man that Chris Judd chicken wing tackled, is married to my fantastic cousin Cass. And they've got 2 beautiful kids. So no patch. No patch very well. Am I on mute? No, I'm not on mute. Okay. So if no sound's coming through, it might be on your end, guys, because I'm getting sound on my end. And I've just made my screen massive here. Oh, I'm off me rocker here. Sydney need to get fined for this. They absolutely do. So Patch is married to my cousin Cass, and at their engagement party, ran into Lindsay, and let's just say the exchange wasn't all that friendly. But that's all right. Yeah, Dominic can hear me. Lovely. Bidney's back. Riles, thanks for jumping in, mate. What a superstar you are. Been loving your content this year, mate. Thanks for jumping in. They haven't done it again. Don't tell me. No, they haven't. Here we go. Will Green is my guess. Bang! There we go. Dazzling's back. Dun, 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 dun. Leak to the Saints is interesting. All this for a ruckman. That's a very Jason Dunstall for you to say. No Will Green to North. Well, Corey, you can cross your fingers and pray for Mitch Edwards now, which is what I would be doing in your position. Oh, what's happened here? Why did this push me 2 minutes backwards? No. All right. A couple of me North mates getting upset as well. Look, I don't hold it against Lindsay at all. Like I say, I mean, for crying out loud, just one exchange doesn't define a person. There we go. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully. Name a more iconic duo than Dazzling and internet connection problems. Holy smokes. There we go. Hopefully we're still here. We're still kicking on. All right. I can still read your comments, which is good. I'm not muted. Lovely. If someone could jump into the comments and let me know if this is working properly, I'd appreciate that. Let's see if we can jump back into KO. Okay, so KO's working. Okay, I think this is working. Still frozen, but can hear. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. A few of you dropped out. That's understandable. As soon as it freezes, you move on. I don't mind. It's fine. Fingers crossed they can jump back in. Yeah, a few more jumping back in now, which is nice. Okay. And after all that, no one else has made a selection. So that's always lovely. Darcy Wilson to the Saints makes a lot of sense. Leake, it's a lot of sense. The Hawks could. They don't need to, I don't think, for a while. So that's interesting. Heard the Giants will be moving up a spot up for Leake. Don't mind that. I don't think the Saints need him, so that would be really smart by the Saints here. If they could trade down, get another asset, and pick up Darcy Wilson, that's what we call good business. Well, they could go Riley Hardman here too. Don't get me wrong. Unless I am wrong, in which case, just go with it. Is that all right for me to say? Wouldn't it be great if... No, actually, that would suck. Imagine everything you ever said was correct. My God, that would be terrifying. Alrighty. Yep. So they've swapped picks, 18, future asset. Love it. Love it for both. Love it for the Saints. Yep. Get another second rounder. That's a huge win for the Saints. St. Kilda's recruiting department might be just the best in the country. Yeah, the way things are going, Mccabe will pick up a 20, which would be nice. The Hawks don't have to pay as much and could take a fourth selection. And considering we've already got Nick Watson, could the Hawks be in the market for an Ari Schoenmaker? Could they be in the market for a Zane Zakastelski, potentially? Even though we've got Ethan Phillips as an SPP option. Is there another guy that we really love? Not 100% sure, but we'll see. Darcy Wilson, I want it north. I don't blame you. It wouldn't surprise me to see Leake go here to the Giants. Yep, there we go. Leake to the Giants. Love it. Adds to Sam Taylor, Jack Buckley, Conor Iden, Isaac Cumming. Beautiful. Well done, young man. Up at Adam Kingsley. Beautiful. Adelaide will bid for Mccabe. I agree. That will take Leake. Yep, 100%, which they did. Whew. Now, hopefully, things can start to go a little bit quicker. Because with McCabe's bid and potentially Kaden Clear is coming in, we could have 11 more picks come in. What a draft. I agree. How good's this? Get around it. My goodness, I am not looking forward to tomorrow. Not the draft. I'm looking forward to this, the draft stuff. It's the stuff before that. My God, I'm going to be busy tomorrow. But that's all right. Keeps the brain young, as they say. So the Saints, I'm convinced it's Darcy Wilson. Convinced it's Darcy Wilson. How right will that be? I have no idea. But we'll say we like a bit of confidence as well. All right. To the 4 new subscribers that have jumped on since I've gone on live, and you're still here, welcome. Brendan, that's very good by you. And the reason why I know it's good is it's as bad as one of mine. So welcome to the party, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you here. If it's not Wilson, I'll sob. Yep. DeMattia for the Saints, I don't mind. Riley Hardman would also be in the picture. So we'll see. But yep, Darcy Wilson will be my official guess. And then we get to North, Adelaide, North and North. What North do first is going to be very interesting because it has to be a tall, doesn't it? Is it Schoenmaker? Oh, there we go, Colin. Look at us go on the same page. Look at us go. Don't suppose you're in Victoria, do you, Colin? If we're on the same page here, mate. Could catch up or something. My goodness. Reminding me of the episode of Friends with Joey's hand twin in Vegas. Which, by the way, even if you're not a Friends fan, Matthew Perry's death, man, that's between him and Robin Williams, as in terms of celebrity deaths, it's extraordinarily sad. Not that that's the tone that we want to bring in here, but my goodness. But just sort of while we're waiting here, guys, biggest celebrity death that's impacted you? Okay, I know a lot of people are in the Heath Ledger and Paul Walker bandwagons there. I didn't watch The Dark Knight when it came out. I was 10. So I was late to the Batman party. John Lennon. Love that. Freddie Mercury. Yep, completely can understand that as well. Plenty of talks left. Collard first. Yep. I don't mind it. I would get one right in me mock draft for the first time in a while, John, so I don't mind that. Favorite TV show? Ooh, I have about 8 that are on rotation all the time that I watch once a year. Picking a favorite out of that mob is really interesting. I'm watching Ted Lasso for the first time. I have 4 episodes to go. That's quickly rising up my boards. I'm a crime TV fan. So Criminal Minds. Love Criminal Minds. Love Suits as well. I know that's more drama, legal drama. House. Oof. I could talk about this all day. So all in all, I didn't actually tell you anything there. A few more celebrity stuff in here, of course. Bill Paxton. There's an answer I wasn't expecting. My goodness. Lady Di, Rachel. My mother was exactly the same. I'm not suggesting anything there, but talking to my mum about that and my nan as well, they both believed it was worse than some family members that they'd gone through. My goodness. Watching Justified at the moment. Hope that's all right. Dom, Daz Talks TV. Mate, you could put anything in front of me. Daz Talks Horror would be something I'd like to do. Fucking love horror movies. Here we go. The Saints. We'll come back to this. Darcy Wilson. Lock it in. Boom! There we go. Right now, St Kilda. They're doing it. No club's doing badly, but my God, St Kilda are building a young squad here. My God. Yeah, Paul, I'm with you. I don't think I've been in shock more than I was with Warney. Corey's not happy, which is how you know clubs are making good decisions. Which we like. A few more. Watching Justified at the moment. I remember you saying highly recommend it. There it is, Godric there, which we like. I suck at watching new things. I really do. It takes me forever. Now, what do North do? If I'm picking, so this isn't what I think is going to happen. If I'm in the chair, I'm reading out Lance Collard's name. What do I think they'll do? I'm genuinely torn between Mitch Edwards, Riley Hardman. That was bloody rude of me. I'm sorry. And Collard. I really am. Could they bid on Will Mccabe? They can. Hawthorn are the only team in the competition that are currently winning by doing nothing. All right, here we go. There's a few nervous North fans. Ari Schoenmaker, I think they can get him with one of their later picks, but if you play the guarantee game, but Adelaide aren't going to take Curtin and Schoenmaker, are they? So you can go and get your man. Darcy Wilson plays like Chad Warner. Ollie Murphy a chance too. I agree. But again, you probably don't need to take him now because they don't need it. Like Adelaide aren't going to take him now. So you probably want to take the guy that you think Adelaide might take off you. Yeah, I don't mind. They get their forward threat. They get their defensive threat. I don't mind it at all. They're probably the club at the moment that kind of give me the most pause as well. But it's like, it's still good. We don't know if it's great yet. You know, there are some clubs right now that are doing great, but no one's doing badly, which is extraordinary if you think about it. So who would be the most likely player that Adelaide might pick up? You'd think it would probably be a mid at this point, or a ruckman. Could North go Taylor Goad and really piss off the Crows? Okay. All right. What do we do? If Hawthorn sneak in another pick, would they go key back or key forward? I think key back. I think Zach Ostelski would be the guy that they would probably look at this point. But again, with Ethan Phillips there, who knows? Johnny wants Taylor Goad as well, which we love. If the Hawks do get another pick, I think they're going to take best talent available, whoever it may be. Logan Morris would be nice at Hawthorn. Yes, he would. Archer Reid still on the board. Yes, very true. But I wonder where he'll end up. Archer Reid, very interesting at this point. The way this draft has gone, who knows? You bring up a very good point, Colin. You couldn't be more right if you tried. Who knows? But we love speculating. Less than a minute to go for North. Big decision. You know, it's like me making a decision to watch the first Terrifier movie. I won't again because it's terrible. Got to get Goad. Yeah, don't mind it. I might have actually talked myself into this, and then you guys might have talked me into it as well. A ruckman here makes a lot of sense to put it back on the Crows. Here we go. Pick is in. No spoilers, guys. Please. Because you might be ahead of me here. Let's see what happens. Plenty of Facebook and Twitter stuff going on at the moment as well. Could be Ollie Murphy. Definitely could be, but they've got 2 picks after this. They should probably just pick him then. This could genuinely go Ruckman, Collard, and then Murphy. That would make a lot of sense for North here. And then Adelaide take a ruck as well. Or do they need a Hardman or a DeMattia? Adelaide, they probably do. North bid on Mccabe. There you go. Offered the missus $100 to get through Terrifier, and she lasted 10 minutes. Okay, the Hawks give up 2 picks in the 40s, get a pick 73, which they won't use anyway. The Hawks will do that. Yeah, the Terrifier, it's just bad. It's so bad. Art the Clown stinks. And there's a particular death in that movie that all I need to say is upside down, and those that have seen it know what I'm talking about. That is just... It's so terrible. I need to stop talking about this. Goad, Murphy, Archer Reid would add some serious height. If North did this, I'll declare them the winners now. And I would love for them to do it. Do all 3 would be incredible. Lemon, no, you are... I love everything that you have produced so far tonight, Lemon. That could be the worst thing you've said in this chat. Now, I need you to stick around, but it's not amazing. The second one is pretty good. It's okay. It's fine. The first one is not good at all. Nothing about it is redeemable. Here we go. The pick is in. We'll get back to this. Ruckman. Oh, we already know Will Mccabe. Why am I looking at... Clarko still wants his revenge. Fair enough. She got to the part where he's messing with the girl in the pizza shop. Yeah, so none of the other actual stuff had happened yet. Rachel, I love you for that. That's outstanding. But aren't they just all the perfect size? That's what they say anyway. The players, guys. There's a scene of Terrifier that lives rent-free in my head. Yep, I don't blame you. Literally haunts you. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about upside down here. Crazy how North still have 5 picks after 23. Yeah, crazy. They're not going to take all of them. I think they're only going to take the 6 selections in this draft. So we might see some passes. Yep, I agree. Art the Clown is terrible. I don't understand the love he has. Oh, well, I love this. Oh, Terrified, not Terrifier. Lemon, we're back. We're back in business. We're back on the same page here. We're all good. I went and watched the Thanksgiving horror movie, actually, over the weekend. And the first hour 20, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a moment where the final girl jumps over a fence. Everything up until that point was actually really good. Really good. And then it went to shit. Welcome to Daz Talks Horror. Right, absolutely. You've got to utilize what you've got. I couldn't agree more. Football is all about utilization, as we know. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Clarko must have forgotten he's no longer at Hawthorn. Believe me, I think he knows he's not there. Demon, glad we agree. Eli Roth and Rick Hoffman together is a very weird director-actor combo for anyone that's seen the first Hostel movie. Mate, now Demon. I'm a sore man. as I'm just watching Will Mccabe in the brown and gold, which is making me very happy. Saw X was outstanding. Top 3 in the series for mine. Now, I don't know what it's better than out of 1, 2, and 6, which would be my top 3. But I feel like it's better than 1, maybe 2 of them. Oh, Peter. Yes. I read the Martian book the night before I went and watched it, and I'm not making this up. I walked into the movie theater, sat down with the person that I watched it with, and I went, "Do you want to know something crazy?" And they were like, "What's that?" And I went, "I literally read a book called The Martian, and it took me 20 minutes of watching the movie before I realized it was the same thing." So if you want to know where my brain's at when it comes to things that aren't footy, or as some people would say, during footy as well, that's about it. That's about it. Well, you could delve into the sci-fi horror, Peter. Alien. Very good. Both Blade Runners are top 10. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Lemon. I really am. So this is what we do here at Does Talks Footy. We just fill in the time. Yep, and we've got some agreeing for the Martian. Absolutely fantastic film. Fantastic film. What do we got? Yep, Twitter's going nuts, which we love. Yep, got me North mates that are telling me sucked in, which is nice. She speaks nicely. Big Wilbur. I'm still thinking, and this is of no disrespect to Mr. and Mrs. Mccabe, but how does Luke at 170 centimetres, or what that felt like, producing a 190 centimetre beast like Wilbur? My goodness. All right, North. A tall. Has to be. Bang! Taylor Goad! Woo! How good's that? On the fly. Oh, Teed, we've still got 8 picks left, my friend. Taylor Goad to North. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Celebration. Good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Daz, don't sing. Fair enough. Athletic freak. What do Adelaide do here? Will Green's off the board. So Mitch Edwards, in terms of ruckman, I think they go Hardman or DeMattia. I don't think they take a ruckman here. Stick with Riley O'Brien. You've got Phil Thorpe. I think that's what they do. All right, let's get back to this movie conversation because I'm enjoying this. The Thing is the best. It's up there. It is up there. I think it's John Carpenter's best movie. I know there's some Halloween 1 fans, and I totally get it. I like it too. But The Thing for mine is John Carpenter's best movie. Alien was a genre bender. Absolutely it was. My goodness. Let's hope he's not another JHF. I don't... No. Come on, Rachel. We're having fun. Having a chat. He's not going to... No. He's the exception, JHF, not the rule. Yeah, good with Goad, absolutely. Had a slight preference for Edwards, so did I, but the athleticism might work. What it might tell me as well is they've got faith in Tristan Sherry as their centre bounce guy. Demon Badger wants some action. The Raid movies are sick. They are. I think I've only seen one. Have I seen the Netflix horror show Haunting of Hill House? I have not seen Midnight Mass. I have seen Haunting of Hill House. Loved it. Oh, Gary. The last name is befitting you, my friend. Tremors is outstanding. Beach Baller, doubt it. Don't really know how we do that. I think the Crows get DeMattia here. Or maybe Hardman, whichever one they like more. But I think they're going to go a runner. I think they're going to get a running player. So then we've got North, Collingwood. We've got St Kilda again. We've got Carlton. And I'm missing someone. Crows again? Maybe. Demon Grabber. John Wick 4 was sick. Yep, love it. How many picks? So Hawthorn gave up 2 picks in the 40s and got pick 73 back from memory. Hawks should take DeMattia. I agree. Crow snag Curtin and then blow Goad. Oh, that's an interesting way of putting it. Stevens, yeah. I mean, I'd love George Stevens at this point for the Crows for sure. Yeah, 42, 44. No, I don't think the Hawks do it. Considering we've still got Deer to come, the Hawks might only be taking 3 or 4 selections. If they take 4 selections, I think we can only redraft. We'd probably have to let Cooper Stevens go. And I think we've assured him, because of how our list is made up, that we're going to redraft him. I think. I could be wrong on that. But I think that's the way it goes. All right. The Crows. George Stevens would be amazing. Picky's in. What are we thinking? I'll hope for Stevens, but I'll lock in Harry DeMattia as a guess. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. 21. Select. Charlie Edwards. They did go the big-bodied mid, just not the one I thought they would. 191 centimetres, this lad. Well done. Don't mind that from the Crows. That tells me they're wanting their midfield. One of their midfield gurus, Dawson or Laird, out of the centre bounce. Not straight away, but at some point. I like it. I like it. I like it. The fall of the House of Usher. I haven't. I'll touch on the footy stuff. Just almost forgot about him. I did too, to be completely honest with you. But a massive congratulations to Charlie. Jesus, composed. Very composed player. Geez, he moves well. I know I've seen most of these highlights before, but the strength in the hips is nice. Well done. Crows get a beauty. Absolute beauty. Johnny, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Absolutely. Well, you probably go... I think you go Ollie Murphy here. And then the second pick would be just probably who you like the most. Could Collard get past you? Maybe. Charlie Edwards' comparison of Will Day should really excite the Crom fans here. My goodness. Now, I'm holding no disrespect to anyone that asks this question. So this isn't directed at Sarah Jones, who I think's on the Fox footy footage here. Is asking a draftee whether you getting drafted is a dream come true, is that a little bit like... bit silly? Like, would the answer there ever be no? Like, no one's going to turn around and say they're shattered, are they? Bit silly. Not Sarah's fault, but it's a bit silly. North fans wanting Ollie. Give me the new Godzilla movie. I do not have high hopes for a Godzilla movie at all. So, Demon Badger, fingers crossed it's good. Not a whole lot of horror suspected coming out next year, which is not... Although, to be fair, 2022 was one of the absolute best years we've had in horror ever. So there you go. The Hawks getting around Nick Watson on social media, which we absolutely love. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Oh. All right. Tanner Bruin, maybe. Consider the second Dune movie. Yep, looking forward to the second Dune movie. I watched the first one twice because I didn't enjoy it the first time, but I suspected that I didn't really understand it. So I gave it a go the second time, and it's nice. Nah, Pommy's doing a great job. That's all right. Love the great man. He'll be doing well over there. Yeah, I'm so shattered I get to play footy and earn 6 figures. Yeah, it's a bit like that. But that's all right. Agreed. Oh, Demon, me and you both, my friend. Me and you both. All right. What do we got? Who's next up? As in to be picked, not the team. I know it's North. That's all good. All right. They got to take Ollie here. They've got to take Ollie here. Surely. Come on, North fans. Back me up here. Got to take Ollie. Ollie. That's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night now. All right. All right. When we pick up Cole Shadir, can he play in the back line? No, we don't need him to. He's a forward. Will Mccabe will play down back? That's a good question. I don't actually know. And I don't really want to speculate, to be honest. But no, I don't know. Yeah, North are taking their time, but the pick is in. They're probably sorting out both. Yeah, Edwards seems like a gun. I think he will be. I think the Crows have got a good one there for sure. Adelaide definitely looking like winners at the moment, but other teams are doing beautifully. Here we go. Ollie Murphy. Will Dawson. Hello. Well, it's another tall, so that's a win. Key defender, don't mind it. Ollie Murphy is falling significantly, so clearly clubs are looking at the draft combine very seriously, as they should, but very seriously. Will Dawson ahead of Ollie Murphy is not something I had on my bingo card for tonight, but 201 centimetres, he's certainly got the size. Extraordinary. Well done. Well done, North. Now, if North take too long here, I'm going to be very angry. Killer, Charlie Edwards needs to be a midfielder, in my opinion. Just needs to be. I don't think putting him on a wing makes no sense to me. Yes, he's got the size, but he might start his career outside of the centre bounce. But once he's 50 games into his career, he needs to be in the centre bounce for mine. Very clever player. Yeah, happy with Dawson. I am as well. For North have done beautifully at the moment. Can live with that. Sorry, Ollie. No, that's all right. North haven't butchered anything yet. Toomey nailed it with Dawson and better than Murphy. He absolutely did. Murphy, Reid, or Schoenmaker. Out of those three, I would probably go Archer Reid. But don't forget, Lance Collard's still on the board if they want to go a forward threat as well. Not small so far, Corey. I agree. Would I take Ollie Murphy at the Hawks? Oh, yeah. I mean, James Blank's really going to be our number one defender, so I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not sure how much we would trade up for him. Yep, North have done well. I agree in a big, big way. But they're still 2 minutes in. Like, come on. Let's kick this along, shall we? Now, what do they do here? What do they do here? I'm tempted to say Archer Reid. Am I? I'm not, but thanks. Geez, yeah, Riley Hardman's actually, him and DeMattia are still on the board. He's really interesting. Archie Roberts as well. I don't think he'll go to North, but still on the board. Geez, there's some talent still here. My God, there's some talent on this board. If you're picking early in the second round, yeah, Collard a chance. Yep, Collard definitely. Archer Reid definitely in consideration here. Hardman as well. There's almost too many options. You're almost paralyzed by choice, it feels, as we flick over the 2-hour mark. Oh, excuse me. Can Giath push out to past 40? Anything's possible, but I suspect that he will be gone around the 35 mark. I think we're going to miss out very closely, and Hawthorn fans are going to be very upset, which is not what we want. Not what we want. Okay, so there should be 6 more selections tonight if we do get a bid on Kaden Clear, which we might not, but we might. But Collingwood, Adelaide, St Kilda, and Carlton are to come. I suspect Moyer is going to be the last player picked tonight and could end up at Carlton. That's my guess for Ashton Moyer. Alrighty. All right, North. You've taken so long. There we go. Pick is in. I am the master. All right. What are we doing here? North. I'll lock in Collard as a guess, but nothing would really surprise me here, I don't think. What do we got? North Melbourne select. Riley Hardman. Yep, they go get the pace. Nice. So they end up North out of these 5 picks with a very classy midfielder, a very classy forward, a key defender, a ruckman, and a pacey halfback flanker to accompany Josh Goad in their development. Tick. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, I love this. Old primary school teacher. She was on the SA News. I love that. I love that. In a big way. Hardman, nice. Archer Reid to the Pies would make a lot of sense. They do like Logan Morris. Could Sean make a land at the Saints now? He absolutely could. Ollie Murphy could still end up at the Saints at this point. He really could. Any downside to DeMattia? Oh, I think it would depend. I think when you're playing footy and cricket as much as he did on and off, maybe you've still got a bit more development to go, but I don't think there's any detriment to why he's sliding. Sometimes players just slide. I don't think we have to take it too seriously. So happy as a Northman tonight, John. You absolutely should be. You absolutely should be. They've done very nicely. I don't believe in draft grades, and I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to do my draft review. But right now, I would be as happy as a pig in you-know-what at the moment. Alrighty. So, now we've got a non-North Melbourne club. We've got the Pies. Brisbane is your smoky for Sean Maker. Ooh, don't mind that at all. Righty. Happy with North's Hall. Yep. Gold Coast has won the draft because they basically got all their first rounders for nothing. Yeah, I understand that, but North will finish second. We'll see how we go. Should I do a tier list, maybe? Draft review tier list. Review by average height. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. What do we got here? How many more picks left tonight? I believe there'll be 5 unless someone... there's 4 so far, or 5 if Kaden Clear does get bid on, which if I was St Kilda, I would nearly almost do. Okay. Happy no DeMattia, didn't want Smalls. Yep, don't mind that at all. As we keep on kicking on. The Pies, I don't understand taking anyone small here. So Archer Reid, Mitch Edwards on the board. Love the Zoom calls as well. I do like Archer Reid. Yep, I really do. Lemon, we might be onto something here. We might be onto something. We'll see how we go. Back up to 50. Thanks for jumping back on. I appreciate it. We're talking smack here as we get towards the end. We spoke food yesterday, movie, TV show today. So if there's another topic you want to bring up that's a bit lighthearted, that might bring some debate to the room, chuck it in the chat. Why not? We're on the home stretch. The Pies. The pick is in for the Pies. I'm convinced they're going to pick Mitch Edwards. That's my guess. Well, Fox clearly haven't been told that the pick is in, because usually when the pick is in, they end on the question, but they went for another one, but that's all right. Geez, Riley Hardman speaks well, doesn't he? My goodness. Tua, Herbert, Hurts, or more injured quarterback has. I like it. I mean, Tua or Herbert, I'm okay with. How the Chargers lost that this week is extraordinary. But I like what Jalen Hurts can do with his legs as well. You're happy with any of them? Let's see. No, we're still not going to Collingwood's pick. My goodness. All the clubs will let Archer go to the Bombers to be with his brother. Fingers crossed his brother can get healthy. I'm a big Zach Reid fan. I think the Pies will pick Reid. How many picks are done on day one? We should have 4 to go after this. There we go. Collingwood have bid on Kaden Clear. So there are now 4 more picks after this. Killer, I was going back to my list here, mate. Don't stress. Mahomes, Joey Burrow, all fantastic. Okay. I'm not really a Josh Allen fan because I don't like the Bills. So we don't talk about the Bills around here. But the Swans get their tackling machine, their contested ball, to accompany Will Green as their draft class, which we don't mind. Johnny, because I film my videos that are not on my laptop, mirrored, just because it looks better. So, So, Mutart, yep, Jason Mutart is he's a gun. I like him a lot. Can't take myself bloody seriously. So the Swans will probably match here, although they're on the phone, unless they're calling Caden and being like, we're going to take you. If Will Graham gets bid on here, I mean, this could be the longest day one ever. There is a chance, and we do have to keep this in mind, that if 28 kids go in this first round, which they will, we might have less players taken tomorrow than we did tonight. Because you've got to remember, unless there's 57 draftees, there's going to be more on day one. And one of me lights has carked it at the 2 hour and 8 minute mark, which is always nice, which would be extraordinary and proof that this system is rorted. For sure. I'm also looking forward to hearing about the winners and losers on draft night, as if there are any losers right now. Comparison to Lockie Neal. No pressure, Caden. Oh, trade is in. Collingwood have traded out. Oh, hello. JP, I have a lot of respect for you, but I can't get around any of that. With all due respect. Now, maybe they put the graphic up. Corey, I do too. Look, and I'm trying to spice it up and make it entertaining. I'm doing my best here. But JP, at the moment, I like the youth of the Rockets. Don't like Liverpool. As a Hawthorn fan, Richmond are just fine. But Kenny Pickett cannot throw a football past the chains, which is a bit of a problem. So unless they've put the wrong graphic up, but I definitely saw down there that the trade had come in for Collingwood's pick. Yeah. I think they might have put the wrong graphic up. But I would swear on children I do not have that it just came up as trade is in. Rockets playing good defensive basketball. They are. Fred Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks fulfilling their contracts, which is nice. And Alperen Sengun, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What a star he is. Can the Swans trade after a bid? So, yes, but they can't trade Caden. But I think Collingwood have traded the next one. I think, unless they've just put the wrong graphic up. Yeah, even Fox Footy are getting punch drunk. That's true. Yeah, okay, so the trade didn't come in. So they've put the wrong graphic up, guys. Even they're thinking to themselves, really, we're at pick 25. Can we go home yet? All right. What do we got? Minnesota Timberwolves, Ant-Man. Oh, Dazza. Anthony Edwards is genuinely one of my favourite sports people alive at the moment. I love him. Collingwood get another 5 minutes. They do to figure out what's what. Even Fox Footy claiming that 28 first-round picks is good for the game. JP, he is. I was sorry to see him go, but the circumstances were not great. I'll have to find a second bottle of red. I like that, Peter. Don't mind that. Not really a red wine man myself, but I am young and my taste buds aren't fully there yet. So extraordinary. All right. Okay. Boston winning it all. Need another bench. I'm not a big believer in. I think the bench is overrated in the NBA in the playoffs. I know that you'll probably go, yeah, but this bench player is good. This bench player did a lot for the championship, and that's fine. We agree. But if we go Boston starting five of Derek White, Drew, or we'll just go through Derek White, Drew, the two Jays, Tatum and Brown. You've got Porzingis, you've got Horford. So that's already your start there. So there's your six. And then you've got, you probably are missing a piece. Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard are guys that aren't necessarily the most trustworthy potentially in playoffs. But if those six are healthy, and then you can get some solid contributions from the others, we should be in good shape. O'Shea Brissett has been okay-ish at the start. Thoughts on Shea Bolton and his potential? Star. I think he needs to play more forward. Shea Bolton could genuinely do a Toby Green and kick 60 goals in a season if the Tigers let him. But unfortunately, they have no real mids that can do damage on the outside, which is a bit of a problem. And Collingwood are still on the board. Can we put this pick in, which I think that's what that dude on the phone was doing? Hopefully. No, we're still counting down at the moment for the Pies. Come on. Thoughts about Johnson and Erasmus? I think I am the CEO of the Matty Johnson fan club. I think I'm the CEO of a few fan clubs, to be completely honest with you. Matty Johnson's one of them. I'm a little bit more unconvinced about Erasmus. I think he can be very good. That will never not be my opinion. But I'm a big Matty Johnson fan. Dazza, who's coming out of each conference? Well, of course, I'm going to pick the Celtics, aren't I? But I still think if everyone is relatively healthy, the Nuggets and the Bucks, I think, should be the two favourites. I don't discount the 76ers if they can get a trade done at the deadline because they've got the pieces post James Harden, which is working out beautifully for the Clippers at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, I think Bucks, Sixers, Celtics, not in that order, but they're the three in the East and the West. I'm unconvinced on the Warriors, and everyone sort of outside Denver is kind of, I can find bigger reasons why they can't than they can. So that's why I've kind of putting my faith in Jokic and Jamal Murray and the man who doesn't pass, Michael Porter Jr. All right, finally, the Pies. The pick is in. Mitch Edwards or Archer Reid? Or DeMattia. There you go. Out of DGB, Ward, McKenzie, and Watson, who do I see being the best of the four? Apologies for the tough question. Yeah. The Wizard. Jacob, for sure. I think Josh Ward's going to be a 200-game wingman. Don't get me wrong. I think McKenzie will be a very good player, but where's he going to sit in our midfield in 3 years' time? Is, my only question. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm not giving up on him. I think he's going to be a very good player. Pies not taking at all, I think is interesting, but considering the pace that this young man's got, I don't say I blame them. I don't say I blame them at all. Big T-Wolves guy, which we love. Yeah, Nuggets are great. They're outstanding. Looks like a good player. I agree. Of course, ran the drinks on Boxing Day last year, did Harry? Good cricketer himself. I wish I could say the same. Geez, Harry's got the jumper on. I don't want to sound like an old, you're kind of the old man yelling at clouds. But my goodness, this younger generation are embracing hairstyles, aren't they? My goodness me. So the Crows here, they've already got Goad, which was a very, very good selection by them. What they do from here is very interesting for me. They've got Charlie as well. What do they do? They've got Curtin. Yeah, what do they do? Best available from here. My goodness, they don't need a tall forward. They certainly don't need a tall forward. What do we think, guys? Who do Adelaide take here? Get it in the comments if you can, please. Yeah, I'm struggling. Not to think of players, but the fit. So, yeah, Taylor Goad to North, Charlie Edwards. What do they do here? They could go Chu Giath here. Mitch Edwards, maybe? Yeah, Corey, that's a great shout, actually. Killer, want another key back? So Ollie Murphy or Schoenmaker here would be interesting. Mitch Edwards. Yeah, I think Mitch Edwards might be the go. Might be my number one pick here, guys. Well done. Love that. What a good haul that would be for the Crows. Daniel Curtin, Charlie Edwards, and Mitch Edwards. Ashton Moyer, Smokey. I mean, with Rochelle and Rankin, maybe. Yeah, don't like Kieran Strawn as a backup. Yeah, I don't mind that. Also signed Nick Murray's brother as well. I love that Harry DeMattia here. Well, you've already got Charlie Edwards, Godric, so I don't know why they would go a double up here, but Harry's suggesting that what he's going to bring to the footy club is who he is as a person. I love that. I love that in a big way. Love that he's backing his character in. Fantastic. Welcome to the Pies, Harry. They're getting around him, aren't they? Going to have a fun night tonight. Unreal. Amazing. I'll tell you who might be a bit of a bolter here is someone like a Chu Giath or a Luamon Lual. A real bolter here would be a Joel Freyer. Be very big bolter there. Yeah, Sarah Jones makes a good point. Imagine having a really good draft year, as Harry did, and you just walk into the reigning premiers and going, yes, please, I am here to stay. All right, come on, guys. 46 seconds. We've got 3 picks left tonight. Let's wrap this up, shall we? Your mate is mates with Joel Freyer. Nice. Reid to partner Phil thought. Well, you've also got Darcy Fogarty there, so I don't think that really needs to happen. There are some good wingers out there still on the board. Someone like Aiden O'Driscoll would be amazing here. That might make us go bunter. I reckon. The pick is in, though. I don't even know who to lock in. Mitch Edwards. I'll lock in Mitch. So 3 picks to go. 2 after this one. Of course, hopefully you can join tomorrow as well, guys, as we go through the rest of the draft. It's been a lot of fun tonight. All right. Some celebrations going on at the moment. Mitch Edwards, I'm still thinking someone like a Chu Giath is still in play here. I think they need a Tom Duday. Oh, Will Grant. Oh, there is a bid. Ugh. There you go. That's why you got an invite to night 1. Well done, Will. I'm not exasperated at you, Will. I'm exasperated at this system. No, I don't think Zane's going to get picked up until about the 30s. So I don't think anything bad's happened there. Archie Roberts is still available. That's a very good point as well. 29 players will be taking this first round. It is insanity. I agree with you. Yeah, so the Crows will get 27, the Saints 28, the Blues 29. Whew. So I don't think there's going to be 29 players picked tomorrow. That's what keeps running through my head. So Gold Coast have matched, which is fantastic. All right, the Hawks part of me Twitter's going bunter. Which, if you do want to follow me on Twitter, you can at Reese98, RHYSKNIGHT, and the number 8. How many players would have been ZZ? I can't think of any. So if anyone knows, I would love to hear it. Sudanese ballers, love to see it. Love that. Yeah, Archie Roberts is still available. I think at this point we can almost confirm that West Coast are going to take a defender at their pick. I would be stunned if they didn't take one of Archie Roberts, Chu Giath, or Luamon Luau. If they keep their pick, they may trade it back, of course, because clubs do like whoever they do like at that time. So huge congrats to Will. Good luck, young man. Very clever player. Very clever player. I'm still thinking Mitch Edwards. Oh, yeah, of course. West Coast to ignore Collard. No, there you go. That's how I'm going. Yes, you guys are right. Collard would be the go. Yep. Carlton are a shout for Collard. They absolutely are. And I would argue the Saints are as well. Probably more Carlton. Saints, Ollie Murphy just makes too much sense to me. Which, if we know anything about this draft, says it's not happening. So we get through the Will Graham highlights. Adelaide, more time again. Looks a player. Gold Coast are doing beautifully. So will Ashton Moyer and Lance Collard go in 2 of these 3 picks? Well, if they do, I think Archie Roberts to the Eagles makes sense. The Tigers, Danny, yep, best player available, makes a lot of sense. They could look to trade up with the Eagles because they are interested in Collard in a big way. So could they also look at a Cohen Sanchez? I think Logan Morris would be perfect at the Tigers, personally, but I think they've got to go forward of centre. Ollie Murphy's entire family are Saints people. There you go. Love that. Now, the Crows look very relaxed, which tells me they've made their choice. Curtin and Edwards, what a start that is. Let's see what they go with. Again, Mitch Edwards makes too much sense. Tigers need Keys, who will likely be the selections. Yeah. Do they? I know Jack's retired, but I don't know if they do now. Will Graham slipped a little. Yeah, potentially. I mean, once he got the first round invite at any point, I think Gold Coast have got lucky a couple of times here. Reid went later than expected. Graham went later than expected. Even Walter going a pick later than expected is interesting. But we'll see. Why is this clock ticking down? Extraordinary. Yeah, big charity, mate. I agree. It's a system I don't like. For those that have watched my my video on how to fix the AFL will know this. First round should be sacred, in my opinion. All right, the pick is in for the Crows. Let's be honest, we have no clue, but I'm going with Mitch Edwards. Let's see. 3 picks to go tonight. 2 after this. The Crows have got Curtin and Charlie Edwards. Who are we going with here? Dun, dun, dun. Oscar Ryan. I thought he was stiff to miss out on my mock draft. Wow. Well done. How good's that? Wow, another bolter. Absolutely. Just call him Noah. Yeah, wow. That's amazing. Wow. What is this first round, Corey, is the correct response? Mitch Edwards still on the board is extraordinary to me. Lance Collard and Ashton Moyer makes sense here. Archie Roberts. My God, there's some talent in the 30s this year. Holy smokes. Yeah, had him as a rookie pick. I had him unlucky to miss mine as well. That's a massive bolt. I agree. This is about how good has this been? I do sincerely hope you've enjoyed yourselves. This has been amazing. Got invited to night 1. He looks genuinely shocked. I reckon Mitch Edwards goes to Brisbane. So do I. And I hope he does, because I've got that right as well, which we love. The look on his face, amazing. Good selection. I hope so. As a general defender, I mean, I probably would have had Angus Hasty ahead of him. You know, Giath, Luamon Luau. But in terms of what he can do, yes. Just because he's a bolter doesn't mean it's. I'm still stunned. Yeah. Wow. I'm shocked. But good pick. I think he could be for sure. Footy IQ, very good for Oscar. 2 picks to go. Ollie Murphy, still a huge chance. Collard, still a huge chance. Ashton Moyer, still a huge chance. This is amazing. Yeah, Colin, I'm with you. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it in a big way. Whew. What a first round. There won't be a bigger bolter than that. I've worked my ass off. I like this kid already. If Murphy slips until tomorrow, West Coast could be getting some interesting calls overnight. They could. They really could. I remember the Hawks were big on Matty Johnson and tried getting him off Freo to no avail. There could be a bidding war similar to pick 1 in terms of the enthusiasm. Yeah, wonder how many teams are trying to buy in with a future second right now. Still plenty of talent available. John, I agree with you. Plenty to go. Well done, young man. Picks in. Here we go. Lovely. St Kilda. Nah, Peter, I'll back in. But I'm pretty sure we can only take 4. But hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If the Hawks trade up, I'm happy with that. Here we go. The Sainers. Lance Collard. Bang. That'll piss off the Eagles. They'll back him in to keep him. Very good young player. If Carlton here take Ashton Moyer, I think they would be absolutely thrilled with this. Absolutely thrilled with what they've delivered here. The first bargain buy that's come up. Saints have pounced, absolutely. Ouch, West Coast, for sure. It's not the be-all and end-all for the Eagles. That's okay. I think Richmond are potentially more shattered than West Coast are. They had massive interest in him. But yeah, the Saints have pounced. Ouch, West Coast, for sure. Jeez, he's got some talent, this kid. Oi, don't drop the mic, Daz. What are you doing to us? We're pretty subdued at the Collard household. Hopefully they were going a bit bunter beforehand, but the last pick tonight will be the Blues. Let's get our predictions in the comments. How do we think Carlton are going to go here? I am pretty keen on them taking... Well, actually, they were... Speaking of teams that were keen on Mitch Edwards, I know they've got DeConing and Pittonet. Carlton interviewed him twice. I am not discounting Mitch Edwards here at all. I'm not discounting Ashton Moyer either, who's probably my number one here for the Blues. I am not going to be surprised with Mitch Edwards. So, who do we think Carlton are going to get? A lot of love for Moyer. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself tonight. Carlton will get Giath. Yep, definitely could be. That electric pace, he and Sard together would be amazing. Good call, Jacob. If I had to do my top three, I'd probably go Moyer, Edwards, Giath. Just my opinion. All right, the pick is in. Let's see. Moyer or Mitch Edwards? I'm still thinking Mitch Edwards is a smoky, but I'll lock in Moyer. Ashton Moyer. Bang! Ashton Moyer to the Blue Baggers. Love it. Love it. So there we go, guys. The first round is over. Ashton Moyer becomes a Carlton player. He will accompany Jesse Motlop in the forward line for the Blue Baggers in 2024. What an exciting prospect that'll be. There is a bunch of talent that is still on this board. Ollie Murphy's still on this board. Chu Giath, Luamon Luau, Archer Reid, Logan Morris. There is an absolute bunch that is to come. I hope you can join me tomorrow. I hope you were entertained throughout the entire night. I hope you can join tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow. And we're looking forward to a big day 2 of the AFL draft with not as many picks, which is extraordinary. Stay safe. Take care, you absolute legends. You deserve all the happiness that comes your way. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you later.